ladies! Today I wanted to show you how to use the quad palette or any palette that you want to use 4 colors out of. So today I have Optimistic, Hesitant, Nimble, and Marvelous. It's a fairly matte palette, but you can do this with any colors, okay? So we're not really going to concentrate on the colors I'm using, but what shade they are, sort of, okay? So I am always going to apply my eye primer first. This is going to help my shadows last longer. It's going to keep them from creasing and just all around make our colors better. All right, so I am going to start with my second to lightest color. In any palette you can do this. Okay, and I'm going to use a pretty dense brush. This is a cream shadow brush, but I really like the way it applies. And I'm just going to go all over my lid. Now there is no wrong way to do your shadow. All right, so this is a really pretty dusty rose color. I love it. But this is how I generally apply mine, and it usually works out pretty well for me. I like to bounce back and forth between my eyes to make sure that they're even. So once I get the color on the brush, I'm kind of just dabbing it on there. Sometimes I swipe, but it's much better. You'll get a better color pop if you dab it. Okay. All right, so we've got that. Then I'm going to take an angled brush and I'm going to do that second to lightest color, or second to darkest color. This is going to be our transition. So between that really dark and the really light on your brow bone. And I kind of just do, I call it a windshield wiper, and bring it down just a bit. And don't ever worry if it's pretty like dark or seems really harsh. You can blend that out, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Okay, so just getting a little product on the brush and then doing our swiping windshield wiping motion. And then I try to check that they're pretty even. We're not. So you just keep adding or wiping away. And again, your blending will help even things out as well. Pretty close. Pretty close. All right, and then we're gonna take our crease brush, which is a really dense, just small brush. And we're gonna take that really darker color, that darkest color that you have, and put it right in that crease, mostly staying in your outer V. I go about halfway through to like halfway to my eye. Halfway of my eye, something like that. Okay, and the same thing on this side. And really you should dab. I was just swiping, which made me think of it. So with this, you wanna kinda dab or pat that color in there, and then you can kind of swipe once you've applied the color, and that will help with blending. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. And then I'm going to take my deluxe brush, which is just kind of a fluffy brush. It's not as fluffy as the blending brush, and we're going to do that lightest color. Now most people like to keep that color right in that arch. I tend to come over. You just have to see what works with your eye shape. None of these rules are going to be across the board. Shadow is really about playing and seeing what works best for your eyes. So now we can see we're a little harsh, and that's where your blending brush comes in. Now this thing is my absolute favorite. It makes everything look better. All right. And then my other tip is just don't ever judge your shadow until your mascara is on. Okay, see how much different, and like I just did a couple little swipes and it all looks nice and blended. And once I do that, I'm going to show you one more thing. So this side is a bit darker, so we just keep blending. How pretty is that? So simple and so easy. So then I like to get my cream shadow brush again, sorry. The dense one that we used first. And I'm gonna take that really light color and pop it into the inner corner of my eye. This is just gonna give a nice opening, highlighted look right in that corner. And it just really adds to what you've done.